Hi, English 10 students. I'm back. It's already week 5. So last Friday, weeks 1 through 3 closed. But don't be discouraged. That just means you can't do those, but you can just focus on what's at hand now. Last week, week 4 is still open. So get that done and get this week done, and you'll be able to get enough points still if you work really hard to pass the class. So don't worry about anything at this point. Just worry about last week and this week. Your essay is also still open because the second draft wasn't due till Friday and last week didn't close yet. That's 75 points. That's a lot of points. So make sure you turn in your essay to me before the end of week 7 when that will close. Okay, this week we are going to do just 2 assignments because the first one is really long. It's called Comparing 3 Texts, and it's about science fiction and the future and nature and technology. I told you that was one of the subjects we'd be looking at this quarter, and so here it is, the bulk of it right here with these 3 texts that you're going to compare. The first one is a short story by Ray Bradbury. He's a science fiction writer. I think you'll like the story if you just take the time to read it slowly enough to understand what's happening. You're given the picture of a house with no people in it, and the technology in the house is still running because it's been set up to run. And you quickly realize within the first few paragraphs that something terrible has happened to these people. And we aren't really explicitly told what's happened, but because of the clues and details, we begin to think that there must have been a terrible nuclear accident or bomb or something has happened with nuclear power to kill everybody in this town. At least we don't know how far out it's gone. And so read about what happens with this house as the story continues without any people in it. Then, that's the first story. Then you read an article called The House of the Future, and it tells you about innovations that we'll have in the future. It's kind of funny because it was written in the 1990s, so it still has some futuristic ideas that we haven't quite got to yet, or they've already been tried and aren't that useful, and we have so much more ahead of us. But it's interesting to look at because some of these ideas we haven't gotten there yet, and others you'll probably laugh and think, haha, we're already doing that, no future there. And it's a short article, easy to read. And then the third thing is only an ad for the car of the future, which sounds great, except that the ad is from 1950. So what was the car of the future going to look like according to the manufacturers designing new cars in 1950? So that's kind of funny to look at. It's easy to look at all the details, read the text on the cartoon, and you'll understand it. So that's the first assignment. That should be done by Tuesday, because when you come to class Wednesday, we're going to do a writing assignment, a short writing assignment that compares the 3 texts. So these are called constructed responses, short constructed responses, based on those same 3 texts that you have already read because you completed the assignment Monday and Tuesday, the assignment for the comparing 3 texts. So make sure you do that. And what I'd like you to write down below is an idea you think will be happening soon in our future. What innovation or creation or invention will be happening in our future, but in our time? Well, what do you think it's gonna be? I remember going to Disneyland when I was probably 10, and they had a room we could go in and we could talk on the phone and we could actually see the people that we were talking to. It was so cool, and we couldn't believe that could be in our future. Well, it took about 25 more years, 30 more years for that to happen, maybe even 40, I can't remember. Probably not quite 40, but it did happen. So, with FaceTime and Skyping and everything. So what is your idea? What's the innovation that we're going to see not too long in the future? Write that in the answer below, and I look forward to seeing you in class on Wednesday. Please have that reading done so we can do the assignment together in class. If you haven't done the reading, it's really hard to do the discussion and the writing assignment that's based on the reading. Thanks. See you soon. I'm in the lab 8 to 2 every day. Come see me if you need me. Let me know if you need to come in on Friday, and we'll make special arrangements. Bye-bye.